Hello humans, I'm Yoshiller, and welcome back to some more Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. In the previous part, I scanned some additional amiibo and obtained some fabrics from them, and then I dyed my clothing once more, and once all of that was done, I began wrapping up each of the remaining side quests that exist within the game. I went to school back in Thyphlo Village, and then did a side quest here near Lurelin Village, which is why I'm here right now. And now, in this part, I intend to knock out some more of the remaining side quests, and I believe a couple of them are actually here within Lurelin Village. So it may be raining now, but rain or shine, I'm knocking out all of these side quests across the previous part, this current part, and most likely the next part because I won't knock them all out in this part. And hopefully, by the end of the next part, I'll have completed all of the side quests in this game. But as far as this part's concerned, I'm gonna start here in Lurelin Village and see which side quests are still here, which includes this group right here. What have you got for me?
I heard about you. You're him, right? The person who helped Bolson rebuild the village? Thank you so much! My father, Rosal, speaks very highly of you. You know, I was living with my husband in Thyphlo Village until not too long ago. When we heard those monsters occupying the village were driven out, we decided to come back and look around for ourselves. Overall, I'd say it's looking mostly as it did before.
Yeah, with the pouring rain and all? If you say so.
I was born and raised here, so I really appreciate all you've done for this village. Now, I'd like to do my part to help get things going again in Lurelin Village. Problem is, I'm so hungry that I can't think of ideas. Hylian rice cooked with Goron spice and porgy.
Hylian rice, Goron spice, and porgy. Well, I cooked something very similar in the previous part, except instead of porgy, it was monster extract. But okay, I should have all the necessary supplies then. You get Goron spice from Goron City. I already purchased that at the tail end of the previous part. And then you get some extra Hylian rice from Zora's Domain. And then to get a porgy, I think you can also buy that at probably some... Well, no, actually, I did a side quest at the tail end of the previous part that should have brought a fisherman back over here. So you can actually buy the porgy here, in theory. Otherwise, yes, you can go fishing for a porgy. And under the normal circumstances, I would showcase where to obtain each of these individual items. But since I just did that in the previous part, let's go ahead and get a move on. So you wanted Goron spice, Hylian rice, and a porgy. So let's make sure that I have enough inventory to be able to cook an extra food because I've already got so much food here. What do I not mind using up? The shock resistant. No, that could actually be useful. I rarely ever use the glowing effect. I really don't need it, especially since I'm done exploring the depths, or, you know, exploring the depths in the dark. I found all the light roots. Anyway, all right, Goron spice, Hylian rice, and a porgy. So Goron spice is purchased at Goron City. And then the rice is purchased at Zora's Domain. That's the wheat. There we go. Hylian rice. And then we're not using monster extract. We are using just any old porgy, correct? I should have a mighty porgy or two near the top. Right? There we go. Yes, here are my fish. So hang on. Mighty carp. Armored carp. Armored porgy or mighty porgy. Okay, so it shouldn't matter which one I do, right? But since I have an extra armored porgy, we'll do armored porgy, and hopefully this will work. And I don't believe I've cooked this combination before, so this should yield a new result from my cooking catalog. And it does! It's one less thing that I have to cook in the future. And now, because I've cooked it, this restaurant here can't provide it to me because they only provide me new stuff, or they prioritize new stuff, right? Very good. All right, that's it, right? Unfortunately, she's too hungry to fork because she's craving a dish made with porgy, Hylian rice, and Goron spice. Okay, we're good. Maybe eating this glowing elixir was a bright idea after all, so I can glow here in the rain, huh? That smell, all right, that seems correct.
That intoxicating smell, is that?
Yep, seafood curry. All yours, hope you don't mind if I'm literally glowing.
Ah, this smell, this is the dish I've been dreaming of. You made it for me, thank you so much. And now, I eat.
All right.
That spicy flavor balanced by a strong note of umami, it's just so delicious. Ah, so satisfying. At last. Wait, oh no.
Okay, I was afraid I maybe did something wrong.
The Goron spice is burning me up. I can't focus. My whole body's on fire. What do? I need a gust of wind to cool me down.
You're standing in the rain and you need to be cooled down?
Somehow the spice from that dish is still lingering and burning up so much I can't focus. Maybe if there was a gust of wind.
Well, I can't summon Tulin right now because I'm inside of a village. I really have to cool you down with a gust of wind, huh? Well, thankfully I can accomplish that by using any weapon with a Korok leaf attached to the end of it. And I have one on standby. There you go.
Ah, much better. Now I'm nice and cool. Wait a sec. I got an idea.
Is it standing in the rain so you can cool down?
A flag! We can make a flag as a symbol for the village. That will help draw in visitors and liven up the community. Time to start working on the design. Okay, this here, that there, piece of cake.
Aw, is it supposed to be a fish? Because if so, then I like it and I'm still just glowing.
A satisfactory job if I do say so myself. Thanks. Really, I couldn't have dreamed up such a great idea without your help. Now I think I'll go liven up Lurelin Village with a new flag. Here, it's the fabric I used for the flag. Maybe you'll find some other use for it.
Aw, that's tempting, especially since it has a fish on it, but I just changed my fabric in the previous part to one that I can only get exclusively from an amiibo. And because I just did it in the previous part, I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. But that's a nice flag. I like that fish. It's tempting to use it on a fabric, but no, I'll keep my Princess Zelda tunic fabric, thank you. In any case, I guess I didn't do this side quest here in Lurelin Village previously because I was busy doing all of the side quests that would restore Lurelin Village, and then once Lurelin Village kind of came to be, I just left. So there are still 1 or 2 or 3 side quests lingering here that I intend to do in this very part, and then I'll run off and see if there are any other side quests that I can possibly do. Okay, this isn't a side quest though, and I'm trying to see where I could potentially buy a mighty porgy, or any type of porgy, because I thought that guy that I rescued at the tail end of the previous part said he had a shop here in Lurelin Village where I could buy fish. Maybe I'm mistaken, but in clearing that side quest, I thought that meant that he would literally set up shop here, but now I'm just rummaging through people's houses in an effort to find fish, and that's not exactly how I wanted things to go, but that's okay. I'll find this man, and if I don't find this man, then I'll find some other side quests to do. There's a chance that I might not complete all of the side quests by the end of the next part. I'm certainly not going to complete them all in this part, because there are still all the side quests that I have to do at each of the individual stables, and then there are any lingering side quests after that. So maybe it'll be the next part and the part after that. We will see. For now, how can I help you, gentlemen? I saw you had a side quest. Hey now, what's on your mind? You're thinking about teaming up with your pal Bolson again, aren't you? I'm not surprised. Our chemistry is out of this world, yeah? Funny thing is, I was just talking to the mayor about creating some kind of attraction for Lurelin. Yes, I'd like for it to be some kind of entertainment, something everyone could really get behind and enjoy. You've traveled all over the place, haven't you? Any marvelous ideas you care to share? Oh, let's see, these are suggestions. Of the 3, I mean, underwater tours are cool, but risky. I like the idea of a water rally. Host a rally race on the water? Clever, very clever, don't you think? Well, it would be a brand new form of water-related amusement. That could do the trick. Yes, in fact, I think that's it. I seem to recall Hudson saying something about inviting some hotshot professionals. If only we could work with them. Hudson, do you mean the fellow from that Tarrey Town place in the northeastern Arcala? I'd love to invite the racers here once they finish their work there. Though I do wonder if real professional racers will be willing to come to a place like this. It's okay, you invite tourists if you do that. All right, Lurelin Resorts Project. Yes, it's like when you have a good sports team. You get enough people that want to come and watch your individual sports team play off against another sports team. Tourism. It's important for a city's growth. Anyway, I guess we're going back to Tarrey Town. So we'll go fly by my house real quickly. Thank goodness the yellow marker is actually in Tarrey Town and not just bringing me back over here. And we'll see what work they have to do in Tarrey Town. And then I can aid them in their work if need be, because it sounds like it's some other side quest potentially. And then I'll get them to come over here and have an actual water rally. Although I wonder, because I had 3 options to suggest, if the first 2 options would have been duds, if I suggested, what was it, a submarine tour or an underwater tour, if you would have been like, no, that's too dangerous, what else you got? Or if it still would have wound up leading to the same result. If it's still like, wait, something on the water! Link, you're a genius! But I don't know, I'm glad I chose the water rally because that, of the 3, sounds the most entertaining, potentially. I mean, tours, I guess anyone can do a tour. You need to be some sort of trained person to participate in a rally, but you can watch. I don't know. Sometimes I'd rather watch an event than go on a tour. Although just as well, sometimes I'd rather go on a tour than watch an event. I don't know, but I made my decision. Also, there are 2 different types of dogs here. They both count as Hylian retrievers, right? I believe so. But they are doggos. They are cute. All right. Anyway, Let's go to the yellow circle. Oh, am I glad that this yellow circle is indicating where I should go, that this side quest is directly telling me which location I should visit next in order to progress onward with the side quest. I love it. So here we are at the Hudson construction site, and it looks like you have your own exclamation point. Well, that's fine. If I gotta clear one side quest in order to complete another side quest, then I will do so. So let's see what you got. We left the desert and trekked all the way here, and now that we're here, the only vehicle you've got is some piece of junk that no one can control? What kind of fools do you take us for? You got it all wrong. It's like I said before, I'm working with Hudson Construction to make vehicles out of Zonai devices and other debris that fell from the sky. And yes, it's true, we haven't figured out how to control those vehicles. But that's why we asked you here. We're hoping professional racers like the two of you can offer some guidance. So what's it? What are you even talking about? We're racers, not scholars, okay? Don't try to confuse us with your fancy words. You found nothing among these Zonai devices capable of controlling your vehicles? Sadly, no. None of the devices we found here in Tarrey Town work. Hey, I'm standing right here. Don't cut me out of this little chit-chat. Didn't you say those Zo thingamabobs are from the age of legend? You're trying to tell me that something that old and run down is still useful? Please. We did come all the way here. It couldn't hurt to put our heads together. Besides, it's important for a racer to know her ride as well as she knows her own hands. Wasn't it you who taught me that, Shaban? Fine. If Tally wants to help, then help is what we'll do. And so begins another side quest. All right, master the vehicle prototype. I can do that. Let's see. And this brings me to the exact same place. All right, no one knows how to control it. None of the Zonai devices that fell on Tarrey Town seem to do the trick, so Fedison is calling on a couple of professional racers, hoping they might help. Okay. So you have a bunch of... I guess the idea is you're going to have a bunch of Zonai devices here. Vehicle prototypes, as you're calling them. And you just need someone to control it? Well, okay. So do you just want me to, like, stand on this and then whack the wheels and show that it gets started? Because that's all you gotta do is you gotta bop it once and then a Zonai device gets going. Here, let me stand on it. Oop! Hey, stop that! That vehicle's a prototype, so please, no touching. Oh, well, my feet are already all over it. Well, it seems to me what you need is a steering stick. And fortunately, you've got a Zonai device dispensing machine right over here in your own construction site here in Tarrey Town. I don't recall exactly if it can give me a steering stick. If not, I'll warp to another place and get it, but I'm pretty sure it does. Would be kind of cruel. Otherwise, like, this seems akin to something of a tutorial side quest, something that just teaches you the mechanics of the game. So I trust that this Zonai device dispenser will give me a steering stick, and I'll put in one large Zonai device, or one large Zonai charge and one small Zonai charge. That should give me plenty of Zonai devices, and hopefully among those plenty is a steering stick. So let's see what we got here. Oh, yep, I see a couple. Great. Everything else is a nice bonus. The fans are good, the wheels are good, the balloons are great. I use the balloons a lot. Could stand to get a few more of those. And, most notably, I got multiple steering sticks. I just want to see if there's anything else over here that I probably could have grabbed. I don't think there's just going to be a steering stick over here, yeah? Okay. Well, in that case, there are plenty of extra balloons. That much is nice. But I guess you maybe had to go over there and get a steering stick. Also, this location now has a little star on the map. This is going to be some sort of attraction, I'm sure. But for now, I got my own steering stick. Are you opposed to me getting it out and strapping it to this device? If you are, well, fortunately, I have 19 spares. It's not that big of a deal, but you put this on there, and then this machine will now be under your control. Hey, now! That vehicle is a prototype. Please do not touch. Hold on. I think that was exactly what I was supposed to do. What? Incredible. Just look at it. It's perfect. I have no doubt that Zonai device was made for steering. Ah, so sorry for shouting. Are you new to Hudson Construction? My name is Furnison. I'm collaborating with Hudson on a Zonai device research project. It's a pleasure to meet you. But more importantly, this Zonai device of yours. It seems like it could be used for steering things, doesn't it? Please, could you show us what exactly this device is capable of? So I guess this side quest is supposed to teach you the basics of a control stick, but it's a little weird that this type of tutorial-esque side quest would be here, because there were already shrines near the Gerudo region that used control sticks, so this can't be quite a tutorial. And this is also kind of out of the way. Tarrey Town is like not a direct path from the beginning of the game, but whatever. Here's your control stick. I guess you are supposed to do Gerudo Town first, personally learn how a control stick works and then use that knowledge to come back over here and attach a control stick to these vehicles. But anyway, you want me to play a little game, do you? You want me to touch all of the lights? Okay. Well, I built a new vehicle and one that's completely different from the balloon. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. During the test drive, don't let go of the steering device and don't get too far off course. Okay, so I can't stop and go. I have to just continuously go. I can do that. Everything is ready now if you don't mind. I'd like to give you a try. Okay, I can do that. Let's get started. Go ahead and board the vehicle. Okay. Easy peasy. And something kind of fun. Kind of makes me glad that I'm here at nighttime so I can better see the lights. I think I said something similar in the previous part where I had to go around in a boat and look at little bright bloom seeds in the water, and I was glad that I did that side quest in the night too. So some of these side quests are more beneficial to do at nighttime. Finally, things are getting interesting around here. You better believe I'll be keeping a close eye on your technique. My technique? It's holding down the A button, but all right, allow me to demonstrate. Here you go. All right, you don't want me to let go, I won't let go. And thankfully, I've got plenty of battery power to get this thing moving without having to worry about it suddenly stopping, all right? There we go. All right, and now we hold slightly right once more. Yeah, thankfully it turns okay. That's a relief. This is supposed to be some sort of tutorial, right? A fun one, a bit of a mini game. I like that, but is this really it? Because if so, I'm not complaining. Okay, I guess I'm kind of complaining. I kind of wanted there to be a little more. It seemed like it could be a fun little side quest, but I suppose I do need to get a move on. I'm completing this side quest so that I can complete another side quest back in Lurelin Village, and then there are plenty of other side quests that I have to complete beyond that, I'm almost certain. But there you go. Technically, that is enough to get anyone fired up. Don't you think, Tally? I guess. I barely did anything. You kind of cut me short. I felt like I was just getting started. But I guess there is a water rally coming. I guess I can leave that to the experts, right? See, this is just the beginning. I must figure out this Zonai device's full capabilities. A steering stick? You stick it to anything and then it gives you control over it, but whatever. It's like a mind control device. Here, please consider this as down payment. I will keep my mouth shut. Thank you for this. I'll gladly take a silver rupee. Hee, you are now an official member of the team. Oh, also, you're welcome to have this. Sleepover ticket. Well, I'll take that as long as it's not more meals. My inventory is full of meals and it's like there's only going to be more meals I have to cook. I'm almost certain. Head straight down that road. You can't miss it. You must be exhausted from driving such a strange machine. Go get some rest in a comfy bed. While you do that, I'll get to work on the next phase of our project. See, the vehicle is up and running, so don't accuse me of trying to trick you anymore. My goal has always been to start work on the Tarrey Town race project, and I can finally do just that. Now it's time for me to start preparing a test course. Okay, so there will be more stuff here. So that was a tutorial. That was also an introduction for what's going to come here. The Tarrey Town race. Yes, I am looking forward to it. Is there actually going to be a race here? Guess so. Well, that side quest is done. So is there going to be a race here, or are you guys ready to go to Lurelin Village? Because this didn't unlock another side quest. I still have to do this one. Lurelin Resort Project. All right, so you guys willing to come with me to Lurelin Village? Let's see. There's more to it than I thought. It's not just about the driving technique, it's about how the driver makes use of the vehicle's different abilities. As I watch you run the course from the sidelines, yeah, I would like to talk to you. Are you willing to come to Lurelin Village with me? Hey, knock that off! You got something to say, you go through me. Okay, are you willing to go to Lurelin Village with me? I admit, a rally race on the water does sound pretty interesting, but we're real busy working on the Tarrey Town race. We don't have time to go wrapping up in something else. I doubt we'll be able to go anywhere for a while, not at least until our work here is all wrapped up. Okay. Well, so there's something else I have to do here then, yeah? You gave me a sleepover ticket, you told me to go sleep somewhere. Watching you drive was enlightening. I realized many important things, Sarkso. Yeah, there's a water rally. Didn't I tell you no yippity-yapping at Tally? It's gonna go back to you every time. A water rally does sound interesting, but we're real busy with the Tarrey Town race up and running right now. Okay, so something else has to happen here before you come to this water rally with me back in Lurelin Village, right? Okay. Well, because nothing's getting updated on the side quest thing here. But you did give me a sleepover ticket and tell me to go lie down. I got a good look at your driving skills with these eyes of mine, Bo. Mark my words, when the preparation for the Tarrey Town race are complete, you'll be back. Why, you ask? Bah. You have the heart of a racer, that's why. You can't resist the pull of a driver's seat for long. A water rally does sound interesting, but we're real busy getting the Tarrey Town race up and running right now. We won't be going anywhere for a while, or at least not until we wrap up things here. Okay, well, what happens if I talk to you? I'm so grateful you found the steering stick. Now I can get to work on the project I'm most excited about, the Tarrey Town race. The Tarrey Town race is a project that... Okay, got it. Got it. You need me to come back here later so that a race can develop here, and then when the race is done, you'll come with me to Lurelin Village, right? And that's why you gave me the sleepover ticket? Very well. I can use the sleepover ticket at any stable. You said it was just up the way here, but you know what? I'm gonna go all the way up the way here, and I'll go ahead and utilize the sleepover ticket over at this stable that's over in the northeastern part of the Akala region. How about that? Okay? So I'll spend the night, and then I'll go back over in the morning and see if there's some sort of race set up. Is that a better understanding of what's happening here? And you want me to race, and then after I do the race, you go to Lurelin Village, so you can do the water rally there, and then I can knock out that side quest? So be it. If that's all to be true, then I've selected a fun batch of side quests for this video, haven't I? Oh, and darn it, there was a shooting star there in the background, but I mustn't get derailed now. There'll be future opportunities to find shooting stars and star fragments. All right, and thankfully I already have quite an abundance of them. But right now, we go here. We gotta sleep through the nights. Thankfully, there's no lightning shooting down because I feel like that tends to happen anytime I'm over here. Nice to just have some normal weather. All right. I have plenty of sleepover tickets because I seldom ever use them because usually I spend rupees to spend the night here so I can get pony points. But we can go ahead and hang on to my rupees right now. I'm hanging on to my rupees until I do my designated armor upgrade part where everything's gonna be super expensive. And that armor upgrade part, it ain't gonna be the next part, that's for sure. It'll be a few parts from then. You gotta do all the side quests first. All right, there we go. Good morning, slept well. Hopefully, now I can just go back to Tarrey Town. Whatever those 3 engineer ladies were doing will hopefully be done, and then they'll hopefully come with me to Tarrey Town. Or sorry, hopefully they'll come with me from Tarrey Town to Lurelin Village, and then I can knock out whatever side quests remain in Lurelin Village. All right, we good otherwise? Okay, these stables have side quests. That'll be the focus of the next video. I know that guy had a little red circle with an exclamation point inside of it. We'll deal with that a little later. Beetle, I want to see what you're selling before I leave here, because you sell different things at different stables, I'm pretty sure. All right, so sticky frogs, yep, those are good. I'll go ahead and buy all of those. Yeah, I just make this whole spiel about how I want to save rupees for my designated armor upgrade part, but I might actually need these specific things to upgrade my armor, so let's go ahead and do it, thank you. All right, yeah, especially since I didn't have any Smotherwing butterflies in my inventory. All right, that ought to be good otherwise, though. I don't need to buy out the whole stock. All right, cool. Yes, thank you, Beetle. I'd love to stay in chats, but I've got races to do and side quests to complete. So we're gonna warp back on over here. Enjoy the view of me turning into a blue glowing light and disappearing. Ah! Great. Okay, and now that that is settled, we'll go back over here and see if there's a race going on. Or they might just say, okay, we have a track set up for a race. That doesn't mean we're actually gonna race. We just have the stuff set up, and now we can go ahead and set up stuff in Lurelin Village. Great. And also, get a nice good look at my house. It looks nice, and get a nice good look at this fabric. Do you like this fabric? I like this fabric. It's the fabric that I intend to use for the remainder of this walkthrough. I could have used that fabric that I just got back over at Lurelin Village. It's nice, it has a fish on it, but this is the fabric that I got from scanning in the Princess Zelda Tears of the Kingdom amiibo. And I like it. And that's why I intend to use it for the remainder of this walkthrough. There's only like 10 parts after this one. All right, so enjoy the fabric while it lasts, okay? For now, I should have enough stamina to just be able to glide all the way over to this so-called racetrack. In fact, it does look like you guys expanded on it. Did you? I don't know if I recall the ramps being here or not. Genuinely don't remember. These little pads were here because they were shooting out lights. Were the ramps here? I don't know. Maybe they were here and I just wasn't giving it much attention. Anyway, oh, here we go. Another red circle with an exclamation point inside of it. You're the traveler from before. I knew you couldn't stay away. Well, I had to come back because I had a side quest I had to complete, apparently. Okay, so you did build upon it. With the help of Hudson's construction, we built a course for test driving vehicles. These runs will help us better research the steering stick's capabilities. So, welcome to the Tarrey Town race! With Tally as our test driver, we spent a lot of time tinkering with the course design. And we arrived at this masterpiece. Watching you drive the course was very informative. I'm grateful, Sarkso. Drivers have to use the steering stick we provide. It's the only way we can collect the data I need. And as far as the vehicle itself, anything goes. Use whatever you'd like. Now, if you're up for it, I'd love to see you do some test driving. While you're at it, why not spice things up with a little competition? Say, you versus Tally? She used to be called the Dame of the Dunes, you know. If you can beat her best time, well, then you'll win. Oh, we're not doing head-to-head? You said it's a race! A race! Okay, you just want me to beat your 2-minute time? I can do that. If this counts as completing another side quest, then great. And if it helps me finally get closer toward completing that Lurelin Village side quest, then even better. Okay? All right. Once you've readied the vehicle you plan to use in the race, go ahead and attach the steering stick we prepared. All right, so I have to use that steering stick. That's what you mentioned. Very good. All right, any Zelda device or building material users will be around here. Just let me know when everything is ready. All right. We should have a bit of free time coming up now. So what was that thing you mentioned before? Something about a water rally? If it's not too late, I wouldn't mind hearing some details about that. Well, hang on. You just enabled another side quest for me. The Tarrey Town race is on! So I'll knock out this side quest and then we can focus on what's going on in Lurelin Village. Now let's have some fun. So you want me to build a vehicle. Very fun that you gave me all these things. You gave me the carts. You gave me some stone slabs, some wooden pieces. All I really need is some little platform to strap 4 wheels on, and this one already has 2 of them, so I'll go ahead and start with that. Thank you. If I don't have to use my own Zonai devices, then I won't. But if I have to, then I shall. For now, all I simply need to do is put 2 more wheels on this here on the front. All right, so here we go. All right, I just want to make sure, I'm trying to make sure it's the side of the wheel, the little pole that's going through it that attaches. Okay, if I do it this way, there we go, that should be, well, that is the pole that attached to it, but I need it to be in the same rotation as the other wheels. Okay, let me be more strategic with this. If I go on its side, and then I rotate this on its side, will I be okay? Yeah, meanwhile, this guy in the background's freaking out. I'm just making a vehicle, dude. All right. That's not how I want it to look, but I can correct it in a second. As long as it's standing upright, I can more easily put on the 4th wheel, and then I should hopefully be able to correct the 3rd. So here we go. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, boom. Let's do that. Nice. And then you wanted me to specifically use the steering stick that's over on the counter there, right? All right, so let's go ahead and spin this around. Very good. That way I can immediately drive off towards your course here. And then we put this on, and then that marks it as complete. Yes? That should be good. I've got my big monster wheels ready to take on the course. Oh, yes, the vehicle looks good. Yes, I'm glad you think so. I could have gone for something smaller, but I do believe that sometimes bigger is better. Although I'm not normally a fan of bigger cars, ironically enough, but having something that can go more all-terrain is good for me. Let's see. First, I'll activate the switch for the course. Oh. Ooh. Here we go. Now we're actually using the rest of this place where there's more lights. And it's daytime, so maybe you don't really need to do the side quest at night. Okay, the record is 2 minutes once you take your hands off the steering stick, once you've grabbed it or go too far off course. Now, on your mark. All right, so I just gotta keep going continuously. Fine by me. Makes me more glad I got these bigger wheels for a more all-terrain vehicle. All right, so just go toward the lights, easy peasy. It is tempting to smash the boxes open, but no, I gotta get a move on here because this isn't even supposed to be the main side quest of the video. Although this is fun, could make for some good B-roll footage in the future for when I edit other editorials. But I do appreciate that there is a minigame like this in Tears of the Kingdom. In fact, just like with Breath of the Wild, I'm glad that there are all sorts of minigames here. Whew, I did a good job not smashing the box open, huh? I want to get disqualified for smashing the box open, and it's fun to smash the boxes open, but I do want to have some smooth gameplay. You know, in case I use it as B-roll footage in the future. Because honestly, the minigames within Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom do lend themselves very well to just being good background footage for when I edit other gaming videos. And I'm glad that there's such a variety of different minigames in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, because it really demonstrates how masterfully these games are crafted and how many ways you can go about doing things and just how many things there are to do. I remember Breath of the Wild had minigames involving your horse and gliding, and now Tears of the Kingdom has all sorts of minigames involving all the different things you can craft. It's pretty cool. I like it, and also that minigame was very easy. Again, it was probably there to kind of serve as a tutorial for demonstration purposes. A little more advanced than the other course that I did the other nights, but certainly no challenge in doing it less than 2 minutes. If 2 minutes is your record, and I did that on my first try, as a guy who's not traditionally a kart racer, I mean, I play plenty of Mario Kart, but that's beside the point, then that was easy peasy, but it's probably better that way. I'd rather get a move on than spend an hour trying to do that one minigame. All right, there you go. Seems like our next great rivalry has begun. I'm honored to witness it. After seeing how you optimize your racing line, I feel like I'm ready for something a bit more challenging. You and I should talk. Come see me later, will you? There you go. That side quest completed. Just like that, knocked in another side quest in this video. Okay, are you guys ready to go to Lurelin Village then? You guys wanted to hear about that, yeah? So let me see. I guess I'll just talk to you, Furnison. I guess it can be any of them. Is the person in the back gonna get mad? Let's see. Savotta. I'm so sleepy this morning. This was impressive. You're very skilled. I'm certain there's much more I can learn from studying your technique. Thanks. I call it holding down the A button and going to the right. Even I found planning for the expert course to be a challenge. Oh, so there is an expert course. There'll be a more challenging one? Well, that's fun. Anyway, the reason I'm here is because there's a water rally over in Lurelin Village. Hang on, don't go leaving me out of the conversation. That's right, you mentioned the water rally before. Yeah, I mentioned it like 3 times. Racing on the ocean? I don't know. Sounds difficult. Maybe even impossible. No. That is not true, Shaban. Racing in a place where there are no roads, racing on the ocean. No, it is not impossible. The possibilities are endless! Well, Tally, you're all fired up. But I don't know what to do here. If we just up and leave this construction site, we'll be leaving Furnison in the lurch. I'll be just fine. I was able to get the data I needed thanks to the both of you, and this one here too. Go help them out and don't worry about me. Building a race course on the water sounds like fun. I don't want you to miss out. Though, if you don't mind, could you gather some data from the water-faring vehicles? That's a kind offer. Sarkso. I'm willing to bet you'll need lots of equipment to get the water rally going, so please take any Zode devices or building materials you think you'll need from here. Sarkso. You know, when this project started, I was sure we'd gotten the bad end of the bargain. But nah, this was fun. It was a valuable experience indeed. I thank you. No, thank you! And just like that, yeah, okay, just like that, they're gone. Things are quieter around here now. I'm glad I set them off with a smile, but the truth is, I'd still like to get more data. Well, no side quest though. I gotta focus on the side quest that's already been assigned to me, and now the yellow circle is back over in Lurelin Village, so let's go ahead and complete the Lurelin Resort project. I imagine I'm able to run this little go-kart course again. I imagine I can do that just about any time and play the side quest anytime. That's fun, that's cool. I'm glad I got to play it once. I'm glad I got my footage of it. Great. Let's focus on the side quests at hand, which is this water rally back in Lurelin Village. All right, and we'll see if I have to go through some sort of course on the water as well. I thought it would be a bit more of a head-to-head race, but nah, they wouldn't dare turn this into Mario Kart and have me start racing against the NPCs. You just gotta complete things under a time limit, and that's fine, I suppose. A more designated challenge without AI getting in the way and having rubber band AI and luck and all that, just like Mario Kart. It's whatever. I get it. This game isn't Mario Kart. And if you want it to be Mario Kart, it's not gonna be. But you can play as Link in Mario Kart. And his Breath of the Wild outfit, too. But alas, I do not need to do that right now. What I need to do is get this water rally going, get the side quest going, then I can move on to the next side quest so I can get that side quest going, then I can complete that side quest, and then I can try to knock out some other side quests or possibly even side adventures in this part. So let's keep on moving to the yellow circle! And now it's nice and bright and sunny out. Morning time. In fact, it's making the sand so bright that it's actually kind of hurting my eyes. I could stand to better the lighting in this room. I don't typically like to play games in the dark. I know most people do. I do not. All right, we got the red circle with the exclamation point. The yellow circle on the map brought me here. I see using the surface of the water like that. Incredible! Fascinating indeed. I'm dying to get to work! We've got this, no problem. Isn't that right, Tally? Yes, if we use the village boats, even the children should be able to enjoy it. Hmm? Ah, if it isn't our savior, I understand we have you to thank for inviting these two. And good thing too, now that they're here, this project is sure to be son and done. Leave it to us. It's been a while since I had a big project. I can't wait to show you what I can do. But first, I've got to get my noggin in the building zone. Okay, yes, that's it. And I'm ready. Let's do this. Ta-da! Some of my finest work. Yes, exciting. Will you look at that? It's perfect for us. Even more incredible than I imagined it would be. With this in place, Lurelin Village is sure to be even more prosperous. I was already so grateful to you for driving the pirates out and rebuilding the village. I never expected you'd do so much more for us.
As head of this village, I must thank you once again. Thank you! Now, since you saved our village, there is no fee for you to use the course. Please enjoy it any time you like. Moreover, to honor you as our village savior, we shall name the event the Savior's Race!
What? You've got to be kidding. How about something classy like, oh, I don't know, Lurelin Water Rally? Don't go giving some weird name to a rally we helped with. Lurelin Water Rally is better. I actually kind of agree. Well then, the Lurelin Water Rally it is. Now, if you want to give the Lurelin Water Rally a spin, the course is a wash in Bolson Charm, and I can't wait for you to try it. Look lively, everyone. Time to get out our stations. Very good. Well, the side quest is done, but I am curious. I would like to try out this Lurelin Water Rally. Let's go ahead and see what it has to offer. All right, so this must be where I construct my vehicle. Racing on the surface of the ocean. I have never experienced anything like it. I am filled with new ideas for building vehicles. Hey, don't go bothering Tally. She's using her smarts to think up some new vehicle designs. If you're looking to take a run at a course, you come talk to me instead. All right, I'll try the course. Well, I appreciate the fact that you came running over to Gibble Gabble with us. Bolson there has been giving us the old stink eye. Seems he wants your attention. Go and say hello to him. Well, yeah, those looks might something on fire. Okay. Well, you told me to talk to you, and now you're telling me to talk to Bolson. I guess that's just her bit. That's just your bit. Fine. I'll talk to Bolson. What if how do I know if there even is some sort of water rally, huh? What if you're all yanking my tail? Huh? Free of charge. Well, of course it's free of charge. Maybe there is no course. Okay, maybe there is a course, and I'm just blowing things out of proportion. Blowing things out of the water, as it were. Let's go ahead and try out this course. Now, actually riding along this course is not necessary for the completion of this side quest. The side quest is done. All right, in contrast to the side quest that I did leading up to this water rally side quest, I can just leave. I don't have to make any sort of vehicle or do anything like that, but I am much too curious to see what this course entails, and I am even more curious to see if the rewards it yields are beneficial. So, we're gonna go ahead and strap 2 fans to it. We're gonna put 1 fan on one end, perfect. That's what I want, because I want the fans to go into the water a little bit once I put this vehicle in the water. All right, so that's gonna be 1 fan. This will be the other fan, pretty even down. I could put more on it, but I don't need that much power. And then we go ahead and put this steering stick. We'll put the battery in the middle so as to have better weight distribution. And then the steering stick, we'll just go on the front of it here. All right, there you go. And then we take this and then we plop it in the water, and then that should get us started, yeah? I like that I've got a battery on it and that it won't cause any sort of electrocution. All right, so hang on. Am I just good to go? You said just put it in the water when I'm done. I guess I gotta go back and talk to him. But it'll be set, yeah? I'll talk to you, you lower the fence or something, and then I can get started on this water rally. 'Cause I'm ready for it. But I thought I was gonna engage in a race, but I should have known better because even when I was back in Tarrey Town, I didn't do any sort of race. I just had to beat some sort of time. So is that all you're gonna have me do is beat some sort of time? There's 3 difficulties as well, that's interesting. Well, depending on the time I have available on this part, I'll just have to do them all. I flip the switch. I can run the course with a vehicle that I constructed, right? You didn't have any objections. This looks like the vehicle I constructed, or the front of it at least, with the steering stick. The time limit for the beginner course is 2 minutes exactly. Easy peasy. You know, I played a fair bit of Wavering 64 back in the day. And when I say a fair bit, I mean I played it like 2 or 3 times, probably in 15 to 20 minute intervals, and then it came out on Nintendo 64 Online from my Nintendo Switch Online app, and I played that and did a multiplayer video of that, and then that was at the end of it. Never played the GameCube game though. In due time. Hey, we have GameCube games coming to NSL. Maybe we'll get Wave Race Blue Storm rates, but for now, I'm playing Zelda, all right? It's not Mario Kart, even though Link is in Mario Kart. I discussed that earlier, and it's not Wave Race, even though, nope, Link has no relation to Wave Race, other than it being an in-house Nintendo IP at one point in time or something like that. But okay, point is this really just the beginner course? You gave me 2 minutes to go in a circle. That's gonna take about 40 seconds to do. Well, that's awfully generous. But I suppose that is why it is the beginner course. Oh, can I do it in 40 seconds? I'm sorry. It took me just shy of 42 seconds. I probably could have done it faster, but I had to balance my ability to turn the vehicle with the overall speed. I mean, I could have strapped a rocket to it. Then I really would have gone fast, but then I wouldn't have been able to turn so easily now, would I? It really is that Mario Kart logic. If you want a faster vehicle, you get worse turning speed or something. Well, thanks for the battery. And a roasted porgy. Well, thank you for these things. I appreciate it. If it's fantastic flavors you fancy, get it at a Sherbet. Okay, well, I want to try again, but this time I want to do the next difficulty of the course. Okay, so I'll drive the same vehicle. I felt quite comfortable using it, thank you very much. Oh, but you didn't ask me which difficulty I wanted. You just took it straight back to beginner course. Well, okay, I suppose I could do this to easily farm batteries and roasted porgies, I guess. If I'm full up on inventory for meals, will you start giving me rupees? Because that is what Addison did. Anyway, I don't want to do the beginner course again. I think if I just like let go of the steering stick or if I just like jump into the water. Okay, yeah, let go of the steering stick. I saw that you can't be taking your hands off the vehicle. Well, I did because I don't want to do the beginner course again. I've demonstrated that I can do the beginner course. We all know that I can do the beginner course. Let's go ahead and move on to the next difficulty. The intermediate course, I believe is what you'll call it. All right, so goodbye. Do I have to make my vehicle again? Because I mean, I'll do it. But I'm just trying to move on with my life. All right, I'll give it a try. The intermediate course. I'm gonna need you to get in your vehicle and wait for my signal. Cool, I guess we're already good to go. So you make the vehicle and then you can just tell them which course you want, right? All right, that's easy enough. Then I'll move straight into the advanced expert course right after this one. But for now, intermediate. I'll have to see just how different it is. 2 minutes again, touch all of the lights. All right, so same rules. What, are there just more lights or something? Taking your hands off the steering stick once you've grabbed it or going too far will get me disqualified. All right, so I can't like pause. If I want to try and slow down, I gotta hold down. Also, my battery didn't recharge, but that's okay. I should still have enough battery power to do the whole course without any sort of issue. Yeah, so turning is already kind of tricky. Apparently, so is commentating. Commentating is kind of twicky. All right, no worries though. I'm not even worried. Does it look like I'm worried? Does it sound like I'm worried? Well, I've been stumbling over my words as of late, so maybe it does sound like I'm worried, but I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm not even worried. All right, now these lights are awfully close to each other. That's a little weird. Do you want me to like zigzag? I guess you can get the lights in any order. Maybe it would have been in my best interest to have actually just gone like straight through them or something. I don't know. Maybe this works a little better. Oh, turn's coming in a little wide. All right, no worries. You gave me 2 minutes. I will utilize the spare time that you have generously granted to me. I can see now how this course is more intermediate, more difficult than the first. All right, we got the light, thank you. And now I can swerve back into the end goal, the starting position, whatever. I can get this last light and be done with it. All right, so this one took me 1 minute, not even 1 minute, 10 seconds. It took me 1 minute, 9.91 seconds. Easy peasy. All right. Then again, this is just supposed to be some fun extra side minigame thing, a reward for doing a side quest. And this time I got 3 batteries. Well, I will take those, thank you. You'll get this too. And I got mighty salt grilled fish, okay. But now I should be full up on inventory from all the meals that I can carry, right? But we'll see, I'll go ahead and do the advanced one real quickly. All right, if it's flavors you fancy, be sure to visit Azure Bay. All right, so I gotta make sure I don't hit yes on that immediately. What a thrill that was. Please come back and do that again any old time. Yeah, I mean, I can play for free. If I'm willing to devote about 1 minute and 10 seconds, or I'm sorry, 1 minute and 9.91 seconds, I can go ahead and farm batteries in no time. But let's see how quote unquote difficult the advanced version of the course is, the expert course is. Is it just more lights? Is there gonna be a shark in the water? Will there be a whirlpool? Will there be currents? Will my vehicle slowly decay? And you gave me 2 minutes and 30 seconds for this one. Well, that's generous of you. I'm grateful. But with any luck, I won't even need the extra 30 seconds because I won't even spend more than 2 minutes. Let's see. Is it more lights? I imagine it is. I think it's just a bigger circle. I don't know. Let's see. Well, these lights are near each other, but that's not so bad because I can kind of just turn into it, right? I insist upon going in this clockwise direction while I try and gather all of these lights that are shining out of the ocean. So enjoy this ocean view, folks. Here we go. Boom, boom. Okay. I mean, I can see how it'd be a little trickier because now you're getting these 2 lights, so you really have to go into the lights in a specific direction. Like this one, I gotta go in on a right turn here, right? I gotta get this, And now I can start turning left. All right, you know, it's really not that bad though. I think I just messed up on the previous round because I just wasn't ready for 2 of these lights to be so close to each other. But if I can just get these 2, then I can make my way back toward the exit, and then I can do this one in roughly the same amount of time that I did the previous round, if not faster. It is gonna be faster, all because I just messed up on that one turn, those 2 lights that were next to each other in the previous round. But now that I know that that can happen, I better know what to expect. Boom, look at that. 1 minute and 24 seconds remaining, exactly. So what, I did that in 1 minute, 6 seconds? Yeah, easy peasy. I can do the expert course as many times as you want me to. Do I get 5 batteries for that one? That's a shame, you don't have any room to carry anything else. Oh, okay, so if I don't have any more room to carry any extra meals, I just can't take anything, I just can't take the batteries? All right, hang on a second. Looks like I gotta wolf down some food. Do I have anything else that will give me a glowing effect? I do, actually. I'll just have this. Yeah, I'll just have that. Look, there we go, we'll get that triple glow. Look at that, I'm glowing with joy. I see you made a bit of space among your belongings. 5 batteries for a minute of my time. And then I'll take that, sure. I guess I'm more prone to use that than some glowing effect. Well, thank you. I have now demonstrated all the difficulty variants of that wave rally. So that's cool. What a nice little thing. What a nice reward for doing such a basic side quest. And I mean, I'm trying to do all the side quests in this game anyway, so as to be able to say I 100% completed this game and have no one try to argue it. But I also acknowledge, in a game like this, in a game as grand of a scale as this, the developers realistically don't expect every single player to do every single side quest, right? So, seeing which rewards you get for the side quests that players do choose to do is interesting. So some players will do that side quest and be like, yo, I got to do this little water rally thing as a result, and I got to play this mini game, and I can do the mini game whenever I want. I can get as many batteries as I want. That's kind of fun. Point is, I like it, and I'm glad that I was able to demonstrate it. Why, hello there. Have I spoken to you yet? Obviously not if you have a red circle with an exclamation point inside of it. Just in time for sunset, too. Look at this lighting. Isn't it beautiful? With the rain and everything. Oh, you're Link. Well, here you are, our hero. I returned to my village when I'd heard that the pirates disappeared. Who'd think I'd bump into you here? Well, unfortunately, I don't really have time to chat. The thing is, my boat's gone, and with it, how I get my trading done, I don't know. All the boats in the village are gone too, so I can't even find a replacement for it. I'm sure that because of the mayhem the monsters caused, there's no more boats. Things often float away and wash up on Tenico. Of course, Tenico Island is a way out to sea, and I don't have a boat to get a boat. So it seems like I'm stuck then. I'll never be able to reopen my shop. I sell some things you can only find here, and my customers are eager to see me get my shop up and running again. I just need to get my hands on a boat, that's all. Very well. So you want me to go to Tenico Island then, right? And Tenico Island, well, it's not going to be marked if I select the side quest now, is it? Very well then. Then you want me to consult the map. And Tenico Island is what? Well, it's none of these. Where is Tenico Island? Is it over here? No? Is it a place I haven't yet explored? I don't know. Getting all those Korok seeds just a couple parts ago really did make me explore a fair share of the map, and I feel like an island would otherwise be traditionally be marked now. I'm looking. No. Oh, this is it right here. You want to go all the way out here? That's it? You just want to go out there and get your groceries? All right, well then let me set sail from here. I'll go to the blue marker first and then to the red marker. Right? That's it? You want me to go there on a boat and then bring you back your groceries or whatever? Or you want me to go to Tenico Island and then bring you back a boat? There's a beached boat there that he can use. You just want me to get you a boat. Well, let me tell you something, sir. I can get you a boat, okay? I will do that for you. And I will use a boat to get there in the first place. Also, there's a treasure chest here. Was there something preventing me from opening this previously? I don't know, but I got 5 rupees out of it. I'll take that. 5 rupees is 5 rupees. You know, $5 is $5. Anyway, all right. So there are various supplies here on the shore and here in Lurelin Village that I can use to make myself a boat. So all I got to do is make a boat, use a boat, to get a boat, and bring the boat to this man so he can have a boat. I can do that. I can do that. You want me to build a boat? I'll build a boat. I built plenty of boats over the course of this walkthrough. I may as well go ahead and utilize my boat building knowledge to build more boats for my buddy over there. All right, there we go. Let's get it. All right, this is just for some extra width, okay? Because I'm probably gonna stick 2 fans to these. 1 to each log, because I gotta bring a boat back, right? But before I do, look at that rainbow. What a nice rainbow. I mean, rainbows stem from rain. You can't spell rainbow without rain, but just like, were rainbows always spawning after the rain in this game? Oh, hang on. I gotta keep the old picture because it has Sidon and Yona in it. All right, so I'll keep that. But what did I get a picture of, the bow or the lid? I think you got a picture of the lid. So we'll go ahead and do that. That's a good looking photo, so let's see. Oh no, it was a picture of the bow. Okay, so hang on. Once again, we're gonna keep the old photo because it has Sidon and Yona in it. And then we'll get this one so it'll count as the pot lid. There you go. And while it may barely demonstrate the pot lid, it gets the rainbow in the background. All right, what a nice little photo. I like that, I like that. Okay, now then, I need some batteries and a steering stick. And then I'm gonna need my fans. I'm tempted to use something else, but I may as well stick to what I know, right? I can get more fans. I'm nothing without my fans, don't get me wrong, but I can get more fans. All right, I was gonna do 2 fans, but since I'm limited on fans, I will go ahead and stick to the 1. All right, so there we go. We got this. I'm gonna need my steering stick to go on the other end. All right, and with this battery that I got from this village's very own water rally, I can use this to not worry about running out of batteries in my inventory, I guess. All right. I don't think that's far enough on the water, though. I gotta make sure it's not still on some sort of rocky surface. And then the sun's going down. All right, let's get started. So we're gonna go to the blue marker that I set on the map first, and then we're gonna go to the red marker. All right, and thankfully, in doing the water rally on all 3 difficulties, I've gained some experience in steering these boats. Although, maybe I should strap a second fan to it. This is gonna take some time. Well, I know one thing that I'd be willing to discuss that's somewhat relevant. Although, hang on, I might have some more resources for my boat coming up ahead. Let's see what Lurelin Village has to offer. Let's see. I can get a sail. Oh, hang on, there's more fans! Okay, maybe I will just have 3 fans on this thing, whatever. I'm just doing a boat delivery. There we go. So we want this. We want this little sail. No. I need you to be standing upright. Perpendicular relative to the rest of the boat, please. All right. Right over here, please. Right up against the battery. Oh, no. I need you to be facing the opposite direction, if you could please. Just like that. Oh, I guess the wind is just turning it around. Well, so be it. And then I'm gonna move this boat over to here so I can better attach these fans. I guess this makes it so that you could easily construct a boat over here. But I will just go ahead and combine the parts. So we can put that there. Or actually, maybe it is better if all the fans aren't directly atop each other and aren't all centralized relative to the back of the boat. Or, I'm sorry, boat terminology, you don't say back. You say stern. The stern of the boat, right? Because the front is the bow. Learned that from SpongeBob. It was like, what is the front of the boat? The bow. What is the back? Stern, port, starboard, something about 1924. Anyway, while we're talking about cartoons, though, you know what I want to talk about, though? Believe it or not, I want to talk about Family Guy. All right, now think what you want of the show, and obviously, yeah, the modern day episodes are not great. Obviously, you throw enough jokes at a wall, like something's gonna get a laugh out of you, right? You can say that about a lot of shows that have run on for way too long, including SpongeBob. But I bring up Family Guy because my favorite joke in the entirety of Family Guy, I'm pretty sure it's from season 1, is they have this bit where every character in the show or whatever is given the opportunity to either get a free boat or a mystery box. and Peter, the main character of Family Guy. Whoa, hang on. I gotta redirect my boat. I actually hit the corner of the map. I hit the edge of the earth. Or the edge of Hyrule. All right, here, 1 second. Hang on, I'm trying to turn this boat around. All right, I'll let it spin me around and then we'll go this way, all right? Hang on, I gotta regain control. Hold on to that Family Guy thought, folks. There'll be plenty of time for Family Guy in the future. And I have my complaints about the show, but we're not going to get into that. We're going to talk about my favorite bit from the show. And my favorite bit from the entire show is the season 1 episode where all the main characters have the opportunity to either get a free boat or get a mystery box. And Peter goes, oh man, a boat's a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat. And so he chooses the mystery box. And then, so on top of that joke, which is already funny, the very next scene, you know, Peter's wife Lois is reprimanding him, and Peter is like, you know, what? And Lois says, this is the stupidest thing you've ever done. And Peter goes, oh, come on, it's not that stupid. Like, remember that time I was supposed to get that boat? And it cuts back to the scene it just played of Peter going, wait, a boat's a boat, but a mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat. You know, Lois goes, Peter, that just happened like 5 minutes ago. Back to back, my 2 favorite jokes in all of Family Guy. And it's in the first season, and I love it. And that's how my friends and I will still quote it, like, well, a boat's a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat. You'll hear me quote that from time to time. Genuinely hysterical Family Guy joke the first time I saw it on television. I was like laughing super hard. All right. Love that joke. And I await the day that Family Guy eventually makes a cutaway gag where it actually cuts back to an earlier season episode. Like Peter goes, like the time I did this. And it's just like an actual clip from an older episode. Because Family Guy is known for its cutaway gags. I'm surprised they have not just flat out cut to an older episode. You think a character would have referenced that by now. Maybe it's a cheap gag and maybe they considered doing that and it just wasn't funny. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not even like a huge Family Guy fanatic, but I figured this would be one of the only times it would be relevant for me to discuss Family Guy in the entirety of this walkthrough. Anyway, look at this. This is the island. This is where I have the red markers. So is the idea then that you just want me to bring back one of these boats? Because these are like actual boats. These aren't like this makeshift raft with some fans on it that I have. These are actual boats. So, if you want me to put this steering stick on this boat, and then move the fans over from my makeshift boat onto this more official, finely crafted boat, I can do that. So steering stick first, and then they gave me a battery. And I see that rocket there. I'm willing to use the rocket. That will expedite the process of me getting back. And since I'm shooting into the open ocean first, I'm fine with that. We'll strap that to the back here. All right, right on the little tail fin of this bow. Okay, now I don't need the sail. I just need the fans. All right, I don't know that the sail helped very much. It did blow me into the center of the earth, but whatever. Okay, so you need the fans to face the opposite direction. So I'll put one there. And since I have a rocket on the back, I probably don't need the third fan then. I think this will be plenty of power. I just gotta make sure that it's symmetrical so I don't rock the boat. Okay, now I must map out my trajectory back, right? I'm just going from Tenico Island back over to Lurelin Village. So I need to go back to the blue marker. Or, okay, go back to the blue marker. And then the red marker, just about over here, and then I can just go toward the yellow circle. Okay. And then, anything else over here? No. All right, I got a battery, I got 2 fans, I got a steering stick, and I got a rocket. All right, the rocket's gonna shoot me forward. I gotta make sure, though, that I don't accidentally go inside this inner peninsula. I gotta go on the outer peninsula. I gotta wrap around to the left. All right. Woo! Thank you for propelling me forward, rockets, and now I can just coast along the coast here. Very good. All right, so toward the blue mark. We're good, we're good. Hopefully there are no issues whatsoever, and hopefully I'm not jinxing anything by saying that. Hopefully I can just actually go toward the blue mark, wrap my way around this peninsula here, slowly sail my way back into Lurelin Village, get this guy his boat, complete this side quest, and then we can move on to some other side quests, or possibly even side adventures that I have yet to complete in this walkthrough. That sounds nice, huh? I don't gotta spend the whole part in Lurelin Village, and there are plenty of other side quests that I know I still have to complete that do not currently reside within Lurelin Village. So, let's keep it going. There goes the moon going down. By the time I get back to Lurelin Village, it'll be sunrise, which will be fitting, because I started the side quest during sunset, And so for me to return during sunrise, it'll be a full night's quest. Very nice. This has also been an otherwise very pleasant part in which I've gone along the coastline here, gone along the water. I suppose while I did walk over where those bokoblin creatures are, where that little bokoblin line is, I've walked over there to get Korok seeds and to get the dragon's tear and the like. I've not actually just sailed along here. And I don't know that I would have just sailed along here if not for this side quest, so enjoy it. And yes, folks, I am trying to hit the monster. I'm glad I was able to get it. I was trying not to call attention to it, but I got it. Now, as long as he's not able to, like, run over to me or launch something at me, I'm good, and I'll leave him alone. Consider it a prank. Consider it a joke. It was just a joke. It was just a prank. And here we are. We got sunrise coming out, which is perfect. I can actually watch the sun rise out of the ocean. And I don't think it's the first time I've seen a sunrise in this game or in this walkthrough. I think I saw one when I was back over there on Eventide Island. But otherwise, as far as, you know, seeing sunrise on the regular is concerned, I don't know that I would have regularly seen a sunrise if not for me sailing along the coast here. And I don't know that I would have done that had it not been for me doing this Lurelin Village side quest involving me going to get this boat. I don't really know what's gone into me as of late. Just finding the beauty in things. It's a very beautiful game, don't get me wrong. And it's gonna become more beautiful once it gets upscaled in the Nintendo Switch 2 edition. But in this part alone, I got to see rain, rainbow, and sunrise and sunset, and I just really appreciate it all. I guess you just better appreciate the beauty when you're by the water side, huh? They just did a good job with the visuals of this game. So great job, designers and developers and programmers that did all those lighting effects and shading and all that. I know programming a lighting engine is not easy. So you folks did a good job back in Breath of the Wild, and you still continued that fantastic job here in Tears of the Kingdom. So kudos to you, and I'm glad that I can demonstrate it here. Crazy to think that this game's only gonna look better here in the year 2025. But for now, all right, I got you this boat. Any specific place you want me to park it, my good man? Just over here on the side? Oh, no, it's automatic. Ah, is that a boat? Well, I'll tell you what, it's not a mystery box. It's a boat. You found a boat for me. Thank you so much. Such generosity demands swift action. So, if you'll just excuse me for a bit. If you need a bit with your boat, don't mind me. I need this part, and that goes there, I think. Get this out of the way. And yeah, no, maybe, yes, it's done. Hey, nice. Ta-da! What do you think? I'm going to call this fine vessel the Ever-Lovely Mubs. Something about giving it a name really makes it more important to me. Here, take this. It's the least I can do after you help me reopen my store. Yo, a star fragment! Well, that'll be extremely useful when I finally upgrade my armor pieces in that armor upgrading part that I intend to do sometime after this walkthrough part. Yeah, and you can't buy star fragments. So did you just chase after a falling star as well, or a shooting star as well? So kudos to you. All right, so you can just buy a mighty porgy here. Well, considering I only have the one, I will take it. Oh, it's you! I've got to thank you, Link. You really brought back the Lurelin spirit back to this community. Of course, we won't take money from the generous soul who rebuilt our village. So everything here is free? You're okay with me just taking this? Because I will just take this. Everything here is free. I do feel a little bad. I mean, if you're offering it to me for free, I will take up the opportunity. I may as well just take everything, right? It's all free. It'll get restocked in due time. But you know, you can either have someone come and buy this, or I can just come and take it. I just cleared out the whole shop. All right. Well, if you don't mind, I won't wreak havoc to your shop. Thank you for all of that. I really appreciate it. Okay. Well, cool. Thanks for all the supplies and other side quests completed. And I got a star fragment out of it? You won't see me complaining. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and knock out one of these side adventures in this part real quickly. And that will kind of set the trajectory for the next part of this walkthrough. So let's go ahead and investigate the Thyphlo Ruins, which I believe I initially enabled accidentally when I was originally at the Thyphlo Ruins. So we'll go ahead and knock that out. And then the Owl Protected by the Dragons is kind of like a sub-adventure of the Thyphlo Ruins quest. I think I was like, oh, I'll come back to this and knock all this out at some point in the future. Well, the future is now. All right, the future has become the present. We're at that point of the walkthrough where I'm gonna go back and actually just knock all of these out. So let's go to Thyphlo Ruins. And then I have small, not quite vivid, but light memories of when I was here initially. I kind of remember the architecture. And I spoke to one guy, and he enabled this side quest or this side adventure or whatever. And there were like 4 parts to it, each corresponding to each of the sages that are with me, right? So I believe like I went to this real quickly, and that's what enabled the first one, I think. And then after doing that, I was supposed to like use the sage's ability somewhere. So like here, oh, I think that was exactly what I was supposed to do, and I just like did it kind of by accident. Like I was trying to get stuff set up. I was not aware it was gonna be that easy. Well, great. So I guess you use Tulin's Wind there. And then inside the treasure chest is Sapphire. Huh. So Tulin's gets the Sapphire, but that's an ability that controls, that like creates ice. Shouldn't that go with, I was gonna say Mifa. It's not Mifa in this game, I'm sorry. Shouldn't that go with Sidon? Oh, you know what? Sidon probably gets Opal, doesn't he? Display the power of the Sage of Fire to blaze through the space between 2 dragons from head to tail. Okay, yeah, so that's why I wanted to save on to these, because I don't think I had Yunobo in my party yet. Hey there, assistant! That monolith is one of my newest discoveries! 2 dragons! That description reminds me of something I saw when I first visited at these ruins, or first arrived at these ruins. The corridor between 2 dragons. And something you saw when you first arrived at these ruins? So all I gotta do is find 2 things that look like dragons. It might even be this right here, right? That's what you're talking about? And then you want me to shoot Yunobo's fire at it? Right? Is that it? Okay, display the power of the Sage of Fire to blaze through the space between 2 dragons from head to tail. Okay. And then, yeah, the yellow circle is just going to direct me back to you, or direct me back to the stone slab or whatever. So you just want me to find 2 dragons and then use Yunobo's ability, because he's the Sage of Fire, right? 2 dragons from head to tail. Is it this? 2 dragons? Excellent, I guess that was it. Well, now that I've lit this place on fire and committed an act of arson, I'm ready to move on with my life. Very good. And then that's gonna be Ruby. And then whatever Riju's ability will enable will give me Topaz. And then yeah, when I use Sidon's ability, it's probably gonna give me Opal, because Opal was the gemstone they added to this game that has specific water abilities. So that one makes sense. All right, there you go. So that side adventure is done. Would you look at that? I'm knocking out all of these other side adventures so that I may then knock out the bigger, overarching side adventure. Just like I did with the Lurelin Water Rally. So it's all coming together. All these smaller things leading into these bigger things. Great. Glad I decided to do this specific side adventure for this video. Glad it's working out. But yeah, I think I didn't want to do this initially because I wanted to wait till I had all the abilities, and now I have them. Display the power of the Sage of Water in the presence of 6 dragons. Hey there, assistant. That monolith is one of my newest discoveries. There was a small ring of dragon head statues somewhere, wasn't there? Where was that again? Well, it's all going to be somewhere within these ruins, right? Thankfully, I don't have to wander the map aimlessly and try to find it. It's all somewhere within the ruins. Okay, so you want me to find 6 dragon heads. Display the power of the Sage of Water in the presence of 6 dragons. And you said there was just a place around here that had 6 dragon heads? Found it. Found it. All right, so now we got to use Sidon's ability. So Sidon, if you could please, bubble me up, buddy. Bubble me up. Oh, that wasn't correct. And my Master Sword is out of energy? No! Well, this has to be it, right? That's 6. All right, let's try this again. All right, I gotta get a different weapon out. Okay, hang on. So we'll do the Hinox hammer. Does the weapon matter? No. Okay, my only other guess, as soon as Sidon is recharged, is maybe like charge up the attack all the way and like stand in the middle and do a full-on like spinning, swinging attack. Let's go. Let's try that. Is this what you want? Oh, actually, I don't think that's gonna work. Oh no, that did work. That was exactly correct. Well, 3rd try's the charm, baby. All right, so there's Sidon's, and then I should probably get Opal for this one, right? I'll take some Opal. Frankly, getting any of the gemstones is very valuable for when I inevitably upgrade armor in a future part of this walkthrough. I keep talking that up. It's gonna happen. But side quests first, please. That way I can get any extra supplies from the side quest that could be useful for upgrading armor like I'm doing now. 5 Opal, look at that. Thank you, thank you. Contains the power of water. It's also my birthstone, so I should have some more favoritism toward it, but in terms of the gemstones that I use here in Tears of the Kingdom, Opal is definitely the one that like I just really don't use. I mean, I guess I don't really use Amber, if you want to count that, but Opal is one of the elemental ones. I never really need the power of water because Sidon already grants that with ease. And then Sapphire, Ruby, and Topaz, and Diamond even, are just so much more valuable. Also, here you go. Boom. All right, I'm eliminating you real quickly. Boom. Oh, hang on. Drop that shield. Drop it. Thank you. All right, thank you for your cooperation. All right, and then I will go ahead. Oh, I have plenty of shield space. Well, whatever. I don't need that pot lid anymore. I've been carrying that pot lid for so long. Don't need it. I wanted the shield, but the extra Zonite charges are also greatly appreciated. And while I'm at it, let's go ahead and get another one-handed weapon ready to go. So let's go ahead and fuse that with... I want to hang on to the silver Bacallan horns. But what else do I have a surplus of? Weehawkwing? I mean, I can get more. We'll do the black Bacallan horn. There you go. I can get more of those. Oh, hang on. Fuse. Thank you. All right. Now I've got another powerful one-handed weapon until my Master Sword has recharged. Excellent. Okay. So, now we just got to do the Gerudo one, the Riju's lightning, rather. And then we got to do the... No, that is the last one. I just got to do Riju's. I did Tulins. I did Unobos. I did Cylons. All right, Riju. Let's see what you got. Display the power of the Sage of Lightning at the end of the long dragon that protects the Mountain of Death. The Mountain of Death. Okay, well, because there's literally Death Mountain in this game, but Death Mountain is not over by the Gerudo region. That's on the other side of the map. See, there's a lot of dragon statues, but we're looking for one with a long body, it sounds like. What was that Mountain of Death part? That's troubling. Yeah, that is troubling. What the heck are you talking about? The long dragon. Well, I can find this here long dragon. I'll do my darndest. It may take some... I mean, is it this? Because this is a long dragon, is it not? All right, it's probably somewhere over here then, because this is where a treasure chest would pop up. This is definitely just a big gray spot that will hold some sort of reward. Well, then what happens if I use Riju's ability, like, here, then? Let me experiment for a second. Because something's gonna come out of here. Try that. Well, the fact that I've lost control and it's cutting to a cutscene means that I was exactly correct. I genuinely don't know where this long dragon is, but if I did it correctly, then I really looked out there. So thank you. I would gladly take that. And I'll gladly take any topazes that may exist within inside this treasure chest. 3 topazes, I will gladly take that. Thank you. That stuff's valuable. Sell it for rupees and use it to get armor parts. Oh, I still don't have control. Also, I think in that cutscene there, the treasure chest disappeared before it cut over here, for like 2 frames. That was amusing. All right, but this makes sense because for the longest time, I thought I just had the 4 sages, one for each of the major regions of the map, right? But then I eventually got Minoru, and it turns out that there was this whole 5th sage. So now this is very similar. After I achieve all 4 of these side adventures, I have access to some sort of 5th side adventure, right? And I maybe have to use Minoru for that one? I don't know. Let's go ahead and wander over and see what that's all about. Well, the 5th tablet didn't show back up over here. That's kind of what I thought was gonna happen. My bad. I went the complete opposite direction. I went the wrong way. It opened up just over here. So now I'm here. I can go ahead and remove the last 5 minutes because obviously I didn't accomplish anything and I really wasn't commentating about much. And I know that some people enjoy watching me kind of get lost and whatever, but I'm willing to trim that stuff out if I'm really just not saying much, right? I'm just going, hey, hello, are you there? I'm here now. So this is what was waiting for us beneath the ruins. Wait, you found another monolith? So what do you know, there was a 5th one after all. Kind of foreshadowing the fact that there was a 5th sage and that it was Minoru. Oh, my heart is pounding. Shall we read it? Dare we? We dare. Here, allow me. A monument to loyalty, which I guess is what Minoru is. Hyrule owes its peace today to the gift of the king that King Rauru gave unto us in his noble feat of imprisoning the Demon King. Wait, King Rauru imprisoning the Demon King? Rauru was named in legend as the first king of Hyrule. And this mention of imprisoning the Demon King, this monolith is no doubt a chronicle of the imprisoning war. My heart won't stop pounding. Let's read on! The great battle ended with the seal, began with support from the sages, each of whom bore a shining secret stone. Among these were 4 Hyruleans, loyal warriors all who hastened to King Raru's aid as their oaths demanded. They are the pride of the peoples of Hyrule. This stone monument is dedicated to the loyalty. I see. In other words, there's a 5th sage named Minoru. Is that what it is? It's kind of foreshadowing to that. Minoru was very loyal. Minoru was there during King Raru's time and now has basically been reincarnated as this robot that follows me around. What a discovery! I'm astonished to find so profound a secret hidden within these long-buried ruins. I'll stay here to analyze what's written on this monolith. Once my heart rate returns to normal, I'll swing by the survey team base in Kakariko and turn my findings into a book. I can't wait to see the looks on their faces. Ahaha, it's going to be so great. Oh, whoops, I completely forgot to give you a reward. Yeah, I never could have solved the mysteries of these ruins without you, my assistant. You have my thanks. Oh, large donate charge. Well, okay. I was going to say, getting those gemstones from those treasure chests were already enough of a reward, but those were rewards for those individual side adventures. These are the rewards for this bigger overarching side adventure. Oh, and a diamond! Well, I guess that really brings things full circle, doesn't it? Those are fantastic rewards. Thank you. I got the diamond, I got the big battery. I love it. Thank you. Now, fear not, since I'll be sticking around for a while, you can come back if you'd ever like to talk ruins and relics. In the meantime, happy trails, goodbye, my trusty assistant, sorry. Butchered it at the very end there. But thank you. That side adventure is now done. So I just knocked out 5 side adventures and then like 4 side quests in this video. There is still much work to be done, but woo, a Dusk Claymore. I don't think I've ever got one of those before. The blade shines with a holy luster. Awesome. I'll drop something. I can drop one of these weapons that has a stone at the end of it. We can get rid of, man, even when I have maxed out weapon slots, I'm always so hesitant to get rid of something. We can get rid of that. All right. Let's get a picture of the Dusk Claymore real quickly, and then I can go ahead and wrap up this part. All right, let's get the camera going. I don't think I've seen this before. Yeah, that's a new one. There. Get a picture of it now, and it's one less photo that I have to buy for the Hyrule Compendium in the future when I do visit Robbie and pay for the rest of them. Thank you. Now that's quite the reward. Lots of gemstones, lots of other goodies like the big battery. And now I don't have to really worry about these Thyphlo Ruins ever again. Thanks, everybody. Well, that didn't take too long. That was quite plentiful. I quite enjoyed the side quest that I did in this part, and I definitely enjoyed the rewards that I got. I got all the gemstones for this one, and then I got to do all the races and stuff with the other side quests. Oh, I can't ascend through the ceiling here, really? All right, then I'll just climb up here, whatever. Okay, well, I'm glad that I tacked on this Thyphlo Ruin stuff to this video, and I feel as though this is a good place to end it with the beautiful sunsets once again. Oh, I love it. This game is so pretty, but okay. That wraps up this part of Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope to see you all in future videos when I knock out the remaining side quests across the next 2 parts or so. We'll see exactly how I want to structure it, but I'll do more side quests in the next part, and then there should only be a few more side quests after that, and I'll knock out all those remaining side quests 2 parts from now. So for the next 2 parts, more side quests, and then that should be all of them. But for now, bye-bye, humans! Whoosh! And so, we've reached the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please click on the like button or leave a comment. Either of those actions would really help me out. And hey, in case you didn't know, I have another channel called my Blue channel where I frequently post editorial and discussion type videos. You can head over there by clicking on the video icon in the lower right corner. So if you wish to watch something a little more relaxing or just need some more background noise, please consider checking it out. Either way, thank you so much for watching.